Abdulrasheed Maina was receiving salaries even when his appointment was terminated. He was also a member of a pension fraud syndicate. These and more are new revelations coming out of his probe. There is a syndicate. Who are they? The Independent Electoral Commission has completed its task in Anambra State, at least for now. How well did the commission do in making the vote of the people count? And what are the fallouts? We attempt a post-mortem right here on the program. Many thanks for joining in, everyone. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Seun Okinbaloye in Lagos. Well, let's get to it, everyone, because it's a very interesting day in the politics of Nigeria. Let's bring you this news coming from the National Assembly. With the recall of the former pensions boss, Abdulrasheed Maina, many Nigerians probably knew the story will make more headlines, whether the whereabouts of the man in question is known or not. Of course, there are a lot of issues to talk about on this one, especially with the National Assembly kicking off its probe on the matter. We'll get to that. Let's talk party politics first. A former Minister of State for Defense, Senator Musiliu Obanikoro, has said he will officially defect to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, from the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. The politician confirmed this to Channels Television on Thursday, noting that he would be declaring his defection in Lagos at the weekend. While he's yet to clearly state reasons for his defection, reports say Mr. Obanikoro has been seen recently at gatherings of APC chieftains. Obanikoro was a minister under the Goodluck Jonathan administration and was in the running for the Lagos State governorship seat in 2015, but lost to the ticket to Jimmy Agbaje, who eventually lost to the incumbent governor, Akinwumi Ambode. Our next topic on the program has generated criticism and condemnation from Nigerians who accuse President Buhari's administration of complicity. As a matter of fact, it is an issue that has dented the image of the administration that prides itself for fighting corruption. Wait a moment, everyone. Hold your breath. Let's get to it. When Abdulrasheed Maina was reinstated in October of this year, many Nigerians thought someone was playing a trick. Some even thought it was a joke that a fugitive was recalled and promoted. Since then, questions have been asked on who ordered the reinstatement, with a letter duly signed and stamped. Those who are in the best position to make such call definitely have questions to answer, and I think they are already answering the question. Take a listen.
After responding to it, and the second letter came also, we responded to the letter. He now sent the third letter to us, directing and telling us, first of all, that he is the chief legal officer of the country and that the basis of our dismissing Maina cannot stand because the case, the judge of High Court in Nigeria has quashed the warrant of arrest and is therefore directed that since the case cannot stand and the basis of our dismissing him cannot stand, we should give effect, consequential effect to that judgment by restating him. So we looked at it. We wrote to Interior to look at the letter of the Attorney General and advise us so that we be able to take an informed decision. So the Minister of Interior met through the SSC and recommended that Maina be reinstated. They are the people who recommended in the first instance that should be dismissed. Now they are not recommending that. So we look at it and we also it's okay. We approved your recommendation that Maina be reinstated, but we didn't reinstate him on level 17. He was reinstated on the level he was dismissed.
When I got hold of that letter of reinstatement, I held on to the letter because I needed some more clarification on that letter. So I was surprised to find that without being given any, without being officially conveyed the letter of his reinstatement or any letter of posting whatsoever, the said Mr. Maina was absorbed into the Ministry of Interior, and I learned through the media that he had been reinstated.
My position is as at 21st February 2017, Maina's issue, which has been confirmed by subsequent correspondence in my file, was indeed a work in progress. So the letter giving specific and clear directives couldn't have genuinely emanated from my office. That is my position. The fact remains clear that there exists a pension fund fraud syndicate in Nigeria. The syndicate includes highly placed retired and current political office holders and retired serving senior civil servants, inclusive of legislators. So, in essence, pension fraud was perpetrated by public officials to siphon colossal amounts in conjunction with and with the active connivance of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners, Director of Pension Accounts, State Pension Boards, and the Association of Federal Public Service Retirees, among others. So proceeds of the fraud are usually shared among the members of the syndicate. Mr. Maina has been part of the syndicate, that I have to admit, arising from the investigation at our disposal, but things fell apart between him and the syndicate, and he allegedly left the shores of Nigeria of an alleged threat to his life.
Well then, you are hearing it, but that was even about the man's second coming on his first spell, which led to him fleeing in the first place. There are fresh, damning revelations. You've heard the Attorney General and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, said Maina was part of a pensions fraud syndicate, but had fallen out with the group. And he has also mentioned where they are. So you think you have heard enough of how big this story is or how connected Mr. Maina is? Well, wait a minute to listen to his lawyer now.
Emoluments were paid to him.
When?
Till when? He's still receiving salaries and emoluments.
We will show you, you will advance documents to you to show. If you want a categorical answer, I will tell you yes.
Up to October.
Honorable Member, Madam, I will go further to even let you know that files were sent to Maina, even as at last month, for him to treat while he was absent. We will mention to you that 23 numbers of files were sent to him, to minutes, in his capacity as Acting Director. We have an next document here to show that even after the letter purporting to have dismissed Maina, dated 12th February, was issued, Maina still worked for federal government, and he sent letters to the various agencies. These letters were dated March 13 to the President, the then President. Another letter was dated to the Honorable Minister of Finance, 13th June 2013. After he is purported to have been dismissed, another letter, gentlemen, you will discover, addressed to the Minister of Interior, sorry, the Control General, on the 11th of March 2013. So it is not true for anybody from anywhere to state that Maina was dismissed. By implication, he is and he remains a staff, a civil servant, because he has sent in documents, they were all acknowledged, and the federal government of Nigeria worked on this document. That is for his disappearance.